Welcome to the Money Market Show. I'm your host, Paul LeJoy. Today with me, I have something that is worth listening to. Okay, if you're a real estate agent, you better pay attention, right? Because this is going to change your game. You're going to sell more properties this year and forever. And then if you're a landlord, guess what? I've been a landlord for many years, and I've never heard of anything like this. Like Nophin, this company, they're based in New Jersey, okay, on the East Coast. And I think in New York, they have a lot of money, right? So they're here to give you the money, right? Looking for money? You want to buy as many properties as possible? Stay tuned. Okay, welcome to the show, Ted.
Nice to be here.
Okay, cool. And you're all the way from New York, right?
Yeah, based in Manhattan.
Oh my goodness, Manhattan, that's where the money is.
That is the financial center.
Oh my goodness, I'm jealous. I'm the money market. I'm based here in Little Newark, California. Okay, that's okay. So, and welcome to the show, Karen.
Hey, Paul.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right, I'm excited to have you on this show today.
Thank you. This is my first time.
Oh,
a
your
little
first
shy in front of the camera.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's start with Ted. All right, Teddy. Okay, Teddy, this is rental income advance. What's it?
Yeah, so a rental income advance is basically, you know how you can collect rent on a monthly basis. Suppose it's like $1,000 a month. A rental income advance is basically the ability to get all of that rent in one lump sum upfront today, rather than waiting that whole year to collect it.
Oh, wow. How does that work?
Yeah, so at Nophin, what we do is we advance you up to your annual lease, and we take a look at your entire portfolio, and we essentially look at your property data, your operational history, and then we give you, and all you need to do is upload your leases that you have executed, plug in a couple details with your bank, and we basically give you a payout limit. And then at that point, you can trade any number of months of your lease for money right now.
So it's like cash advance for small business people, right? So
That's
you
right.
own a restaurant and you anticipate you're going to have these account receivable, then you can now get that money. So what they do is they look at your bank statement for the past 3 months, and based on your income, they can give you that advance. So is that similar to what you guys are providing?
Yeah, that's right. We're just basically looking at your lease documents, making sure that you do own the property, that you have very steady cash flows, and as a result of that, we just give you a very, very simple, very easy rental income advance in as little as 24 hours.
Wow. Okay. So I was going to ask you a question. How's the process?
The process is super simple. Again, you just upload all of your leases for your rental properties. We take a look at it, we crunch the numbers, and you plug in your bank account details to make sure that everything checks out. And then you decide to trade however many months. So you can, if you have an annual lease, you might want to trade 12 months. You might want to trade 10 months, however many months for however many properties we can support it.
Okay, I have some other questions, but then on the show with us is Miss Huang, and she's a landlady, right? A seasoned landlady.
Yes.
You've been doing it for some time. So do you have any questions before I go ahead with our guest?
Well, my question would be, how do I guarantee my rent, like for when I get money in advance?
Yeah, so we trust that you've done a lot of hard work in terms of making sure that your tenants are like safe to your standards, and we don't want to mess up any of that. So based on that, we essentially advance you the money. The money is not guaranteed, so it is money that you, in case of potential problems or whatnot, it's a really simple way to just like swap it. But I think one thing critically about our product is that we don't charge any like hidden fees, any interest on anything that wasn't earned.
Interesting. Okay. So, so in terms of charging a fee, what is your percentage, and how does that work to, like, from applying or getting the home money advance and getting you guys paid back?
Yeah, great question. I think, so our fee varies based on your operational history. We want to reward landlords who've been doing it for a really long time with better, more beneficial rates. But we essentially, what we do is, based on your operational history, based on market comparables and whatnot, we can essentially determine what our partnership fee will be. And it's a flat discount rate. So suppose we said it was 10%. That means if you're paying if your tenants are paying $1,000 a month in rent, we would then, and you would otherwise collect $12,000 over the course of the year, we would then charge just a simple $1,200 at 10%. But most of our landlords pay less than 1 month's rent in terms of an annual contract.
So I have several follow-up questions. So the first one will be basically, how did Nophin start? I mean, you guys been around for 6 months, right? So why Nophin?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of innovation that's happening right now in the financial industry. And I think one of the really, really cool things is it started off of a personal pain point, like of all of us founders. And we wanted a way for us to grow our rental property portfolio without having to dip into our own savings to grow it. So I think a part of it is really from like, we know that as landlords, we all know that, like, I mean, over the next 12 months or over the next however many months for the lease, you know how much money is going to come in, but you just can't get it yet. So when a big purchase comes up, or when you want to buy a new property, like, we just thought, why couldn't we just use our future money to pay for today's problems?
So that's very interesting. So a lot of our audience will be real estate agents and landlords. So real estate agents, for me, I kind of feel like if you're watching this, you know, this is a game changer. It could be a game changer for you. So if you're working with landlords, right? If you're working with landlords, that'd be great, because now they can get the money. Like, okay, here at Money Market, what we do, we fund 15% of the purchase price. So, for example, let's say they were buying the property in a place like Stockton, where the value is about $300,000. Let's say they're buying a duplex or whatever. It can be a single family residence, but let's say they're buying the property for $300,000 in Bakersfield. They can buy that property, and they need that down payment. They have a property in the Bay Area, but they don't have the down payment. Instead of going and getting, you know, their property refinanced, and they could actually get that money out of the property in the Bay Area and buy as a down payment in Bakersfield and stuff like that. You know, so that's why I'm very excited about this. So you can now grow the number of properties that you're selling in a year because you're working with Nophin, right? So Carrie, you have a question?
Yeah, so I have a question. So I own the property, obviously, as a landlord. So my concern would be, you know, like how most landlords probably have experienced, the tenants not always pay the rent or on time. And if we hit situations like that, how do you guys manage? Let's say if I get cash advance from you, and then throughout the whole year, sometimes tenants just kind of stop paying, or they behind their rent. How do you manage situation like that? And as a landlord, is this something that I get, you know, like I have to concern about?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So we've built our products with landlords such as yourself in mind. And I think a part of it is you have a couple different options. You can either rebate the unearned portion that exists. So like if there's 6 months left, you would just rebate, no fees, no interest. You would just rebate that back to Nophin. Alternatively, you can also swap it out to another lease that you have that works. We've built our product to be really like, you've done a tremendous job screening your tenants. You've done a tremendous job making sure that like your operations run smoothly, and we want to help you basically essentially get your money. Like that, you know, at the end of the year, when you add up everything, when you're filing for taxes, and you know, like, oh, I already have that money. We just want to get that to you much faster.
So basically you guys are flexible with payments and depending on the situation for the tenants.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the situation, we're happy to figure out how to work together, and we're happy to figure out how we can move forward if there's anything that happens.
That's nice. That's
Is there
to know.
Is there a cap to the amount of money that you advance to the landlord?
Yeah, so typically landlords with at least 4 properties, which means they have like a decent sizable cash flow in some cases, would work with us. We oftentimes won't advance all of the leases that you have, just because we want to make sure that you can cover your debt obligations, you cover your expected expenses. We want to really give you this money, and you not to worry about like, oh, how am I going to afford my next month's mortgage or anything like that.
Is there a lien? Did you guys put a lien on the property?
No, we don't apply for titles. We don't apply for liens. Our product is critically just looking at your operational history, as well as market data and property data that really informs our decision making here. And one of the best things about the fact that we don't apply for liens is because our product isn't a debt product. We don't need to apply for liens, which actually is really beneficial because it allows you the flexibility to borrow more should you need to. So you can still go ahead and go get that mortgage. You can still go ahead and get other types of like financial products that you and obviously we don't take equity interest in your property because like that appreciation is yours. So you can go ahead and still do all of the things that you would otherwise do, but now you have a bigger cushion today.
Okay. So my next question will be like, how do you qualify for cash advance?
Yeah, it's a great question. So you first basically just upload your leases. And once you upload for your leases, you plug in your bank account details, and we look at your general details to make sure everything checks out. Are you actually getting the rent payments that you expect in the lease? Is it on time? Like we basically crunch the numbers to make sure everything checks out. And that's pretty much it. There's not really that much work that you have to do on your side. We really intended it to be extremely simple for the landlord.
So no credit check?
There's absolutely no credit check. There's no credit check. This is critically based off of your operational history.
Yeah. So I can see the benefit of landlords take advantage of this program that you offer. People who may need a lump sum of cash for renovation or do something like get another property. Yeah. So totally, I see benefit from it. So as a landlord, yeah, this is something new that I just heard about. Thanks, Paul, for introducing us to this program.
Good. So Teddy, is there anything else that you would like to add to this talk today?
Yeah, I mean, we're ready. We're open to help landlords of all sizes. We want to make sure that you get the liquidity that you need when you need it at the right time. And yeah, we're really pumped to serve you.
All right, good. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
We look forward to working with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Again, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, by all means, if you like what you watch here, subscribe to our channel and share this on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and other channels you may have, okay? And guess what? You have a question, you have a need right now. Maybe you're a landlord watching this, or you're a realtor and you're working with people, landlords. Guess what? Go spread the news. Tell it over the mountain and have over the hills and everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. This is Paul LeJoy.